the 5th floor of the building. Out that way is the harbor, and over on this side is the inside of the estate. I'm going to walk through and try not to turn this off until I'm all the way outside of the front door. This is where the tree house will be, and this is the 2-story library. Will be 2 offices and a classroom, I think. And on this side will be Jadis's office, which will look out over the library, and my office and a classroom. Going down the stairs to the next floor. Harbor out there. Okay, this is the 4th floor. If I remember correctly, this is the classroom floor. No, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. This is the bottom of the library. This is the actual where you walk into the library. 2 stories, there'll be a big science on a spirit globe. Beautiful views out over the harbor. Davis's office right there. I think a couple of classrooms down here. And the other side of the library, which will have some steps going up so people can sit on to watch performances or to sit and read. Also on this floor right now we have temporary offices for the teachers until all of the building is finished, at which point this will become another classroom. Or maybe this is our art center, visual arts, I'm not sure. Now we're going to go down to the 3rd floor. The 3rd floor is going to be home to our maker space. So you see the glass wall at the back, that'll be the wall separating the heavy equipment and the things that create fumes from the main teaching area of the maker space, which will be out here. And this is another classroom floor. Now these classroom floors on a couple of levels, about 3 levels, will have one corner which is part of the cabinet of curiosities. Where those guys are working down there is that corner. It'll have access to the outside air as well as an enclosed space as a kind of a mini museum, science area, or social sciences or history or whatever. And each floor has bathrooms for boys and girls on it. I can't show those to you, they're locked downstairs, but we're going to go down now to the second floor. The second floor is one of the two floors that are going to be occupied as of next week, Wednesday. The first floor will have our first, second grade, and the second floor that we're going to right now will have our third and fourth grade students. So again, this is the second floor, and this will be the third and fourth grade. You can see that there's an elevator sort of entryway over on this side on each floor, and then you have a sort of a reception area for the floor, and each one of these reception areas has a cypress, a mosaic, which is keyed to the theme of the floor. This is an earth floor, so we have trees and hills. Back here we have temporary offices again, or maybe this is going to be a classroom, perhaps a classroom. Not sure. Should have brought the floor plans with me. Alright, so now we're going back into the area that will be our third and fourth grade. Toilets on either side as you walk in. And then sinks will be on this wall. This will be a classroom that's a flexible classroom. Each one of these small areas can be divided up according to the way the teachers would like them to be divided up, using movable walls, some of which are transparent, some of which are fabric, and others of which have doors in them. This floor, as I said, is the earth floor, so the theme in terms of the colors are earth colors, like browns and greens, orange. So all of these walls can be moved and readjusted. You can see they have tracks on the ceiling, so that these rooms can be flexibly divided up as the teachers want them to be based on their teaching style. Each floor will have approximately, I think, in the neighborhood of anywhere from 60 to 80 kids, and 6 teachers and 6 co-teachers, something in that neighborhood. Okay, so that's the second floor. Now we're going to go down to the first floor, which is going to be first and second grade. It is a water floor in the scheme of things, so it'll have watercolors and a water mosaic. Oops, sorry. Excuse me. You can see there's a lot of work still left to be done before we open next week, Wednesday, in these 2 floors. Okay, so this floor has a mosaic. It's water themed. Yes, I will. Thank you. And then back here, just this is utilities and electrical fire service. There's no teaching stuff back there. Sorry. All right, now notice the colors now changed to blues. And behind that wall will be the bottom part of the treehouse cabinet of curiosities. Each classroom will have a wall with, on each side, east and west sides. We'll have 4 TV wall, plus they'll have 4 of these large touchscreen TVs interactive TVs. And every student in our school from 3rd grade on up, as part of our Tools Not Toys program, has a laptop computer. The entire place is fitted with wireless as well as access to Ethernet ports if you need to do something that requires higher speed. The windows that you see here will be taken out and replaced. They are not the windows we asked them to put into the building, and there was a mistake there, so eventually those will be gone, replaced by much better windows with fewer bars in between you and the view. See, these movable walls can be stacked in various places so that they can be out of the way completely if you want them to be out of the way completely. Huh. Well, this was the floor that Madam Head of School was working on last I saw her. She seems to have disappeared. So we'll go down to the ground floor and see if she's down there. So all of those bags are material from the garden that the teachers have sent over. They'll be coming in tomorrow and Monday and Tuesday to set up their classrooms. Okay, now we're going down to the ground floor, which will be home for the Marine Science Center, which will include the wet lab and the swimming pool. Hello guys, hey, how good? All right, these are the guys who are doing construction. I'm doing a little video tour.
You're a wartime journalist.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. Have you seen Jadis down here?
I saw Jadis.
You did, down here? No,
no, we just came back.
Saw it before. Okay, well, don't work too hard. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Those gentlemen were the construction leaders or managers from Sun Yip, which is the construction company we're using. This floor will have the swimming pool, but that pool will not be finished in until at the earliest December of 2017. And we can't get rid of these pillars because they're load bearing. So we will have a pool that is built around the pillars, and in the center we're going to have a mangrove swamp, trees, leaves, branches, roots, being designed by a company right now that is named MET, M-E-T, and they're doing a wonderful job. Now this floor is also sort of our reception area will be on this floor. So when people come to the school, they'll be coming in from that area where all of that stuff is. And when they walk in, they'll see the swimming pool. Then if they want to go upstairs, they'll come back here. And then we have another mural, sort of the welcoming mural for the Marine Science Center. So we've got the pool over there, we'll have changing rooms. And then back in this area will be the wet lab. And not going to be much light back here. But the idea is the side that I'm in right now will be sort of a teaching area. And then right about where that pillar is, there'll be a touch tank coming out maybe halfway to the other wall, for kids to be able to experience holding some of the animals that live in local waters. And then in this area, there'll be experimental tanks. So kids who are running different science experiments using sea creatures will be using the tanks and studying whatever it is that they decided that they wanted to study. So this is our wet lab. It's being equipped. We have a wet lab manager named Kim, who's doing a terrific job for us. Can't wait to see this finished. By the way, you're seeing two things, two phases. Phase one was to get the first couple of classrooms open because we were required to do that by EDB. By the way, here's our security guard keeping people out or in, whichever. We were required by EDB to open up in October of this year. And now That's phase one, the 2 classrooms that'll be open soon. Phase 2 will be opening the rest of the classroom floors, the wet lab, the library, and so on. We expect that to happen at the end of the spring, end of the academic year this year, or the summer. And then we'll have the whole facility opened except for the swimming pool by the fall of 2017. All right, so I'm going to try and get back here and show you what the building looks like from outside, and then I'll walk around it, and then we'll be done. This is the estates. We're right in the middle of the Ap Lei Chau Estates, which is public housing funded by the government. So as you can imagine,